RiverBender.com's live coverage of today's game is brought to you by Roberts Ford, the value store since 1949. First Mid-America Credit Union, exceeding members' expectations since 1934. Gerard Fisher American Family Insurance, all of your protection under one roof. Tom Lane State Farm, your good neighbor agent in the Riverbend. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care, offering friendly service and reliable repairs since 1974. Liberty Bank, committed to providing excellent customer service above all else. Auto Butler Car Wash and Express Lube, located at 1706 Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. And Roper's Regal Beagle, the Metro East premier sports bar and grill.
And a control pitcher for sure. If you look at his stats, 4 walks, 33 strikeouts. So a pretty good strikeout to walk ratio as he throws a strike in there to the senior catcher, Brendan Schiller, right now. 1 up, 1 down as Schiller takes a strike. Right-handed catcher wears number 9 on his green jersey. The pitch is a strike call, low and down around the knees, but caught the outside corner, says the umpire.
If they call that a strike all day, it's going to be definitely in favor of the pitchers. It was low and away. Pitcher's day, maybe.
We'll see if there's a lot of strikes. We know Martz throws a lot of strikes, and for that matter, Heineman too. Here's a fastball, swing and a miss, and came upstairs a little bit and threw the fastball by him that time.
Yeah, I would think, like we mentioned already about Martz, that the scouting report would be go attack him early. And first 2 hitters, you see him go up there swinging early also, but they just can't catch up to it yet. Early in the lineup here, first time around for Piasa.
Southwestern shortstop in there now, Blake Lawson. The other juniors are Jimmy Naylor in left field. And the second baseman, Adam Keene, is also a senior. Here's a swing and a miss, tailing low and away, strike 1. 2 up, 2 down as we're just underway here. Again, earlier today, Jerseyville and CM baseball. Now it's Roxana Southwestern baseball. This one is outside for a ball.
Similar pitch to the first, last batter. He gave him low and away, but this time the lefty's up to bat here. He didn't give him that pitch.
Left-handed batter facing the right-hander Martz. Told you about the Roxana defense as they set up pretty much straight away here. Right fielder playing a couple of steps back, Reardon in right straight away, maybe a little bit shaded toward the right field line for the left-handed batter. This pitch is inside. He went outside and inside, both off the plate, and it's 2-1 now.
So much for giving him the corners. The last 2 pitches were right on the black. Nothing showing, though.
Here's Martz with another. This one is low and away, and with 2 outs now, he's gone to 3-1, and in all likelihood will not walk him, but we'll see how it goes here at 3-1. You think a strike is coming, maybe right down the middle. But we'll see what he has set up here as Hargrave gives him the sign, and the pitch is a strike called, and it is a high strike above the letters.
Yeah, it was definitely borderline. Gave him that one.
So on 3-1, they give him a strike, and now it's 3-2. Payoff pitch with 2 outs, nobody on base yet. Top of the first. And the pitch on the way. And this one is low, 3-2, and way low for ball 4, and that will bring in their third baseman, Eric Byer now. So he does strike out a batter in the first, and he does walk a batter in the first. And we are in the top of the first with Southwestern baseball coach Brian Hanslow coaching down at third and giving some signs to Lawson, who's now the base runner. Throw over to first, and the runner back as Wood holds him on over there. Crowd starting to gather here on this Friday as Byer, right-handed batter, digs in. And the pitch, swing and a miss, took something off there on a breaking ball.
That's the first batter. He started off with off-speed pitch. Everybody else has been getting started off with a fastball. Kid-looking fastball and way ahead.
Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter. We're ready for another one. Third baseman Wallace way off the bag. Runner going. The pitch is a strike, and the throw bounces in. The tag there is just late, says the base umpire. Safe at second base.
Boy, he had a good jump. You know, I didn't think it'd be that close. Give Hargrave, catcher for Roxana, some credit because Martz didn't do a very good job really holding him close over there.
And so we're ready with another one. With 2 down, now the runner at second base at a high fastball. He wasted one way up around the helmet. Cody Roberts will be next. Andrew Fry bats sixth. Then it's Naylor, Seymour, and Keene, the bottom three for.
If you want your car to look stunning and keep it running, then take your car to Andy's Auto Body and Complete Car Care Center. Andy's ASE certified mechanics perform oil changes, suspension repair, air conditioning repair and service, engine diagnostics, warranty maintenance, tires, brakes, and shocks, plus state-of-the-art Hawkeye alignment. Like Andy's on Facebook. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care Center with 2 locations in Alton and Maryville is your car's home away from home.
With Coach Mark Briggs, Brent Birkeland back here at Roxana Park. Shells coming up, and Coach Nathan Smay will line it up like this. Chance Foss, the shortstop, will lead things off. Blake Vandiver in center field bats second. Levi Wallace, third baseman, will hit third. Nelson Martz, the pitcher, bats fourth. Logan Reardon in right field will hit fifth. Then Matt Hargrave, the catcher. Jacob Wood at first base hits seventh, as the lefty for Southwestern brings a strike in there. The eighth place hitter, Randy Skiff, at second base. Jake Palin in left field will bat ninth. Here's a fly ball into center field, and the center fielder, Seymour, gliding back to make the catch. Foss flies out to center to start the bottom of the first.
Tell you what, you mentioned it already earlier, but the weather is not going to be a factor whatsoever today. There's no wind, and first time that both teams can probably say that you're going to get a true hop, or that wind's not going to be a factor.
Swing and a miss, pitch up in Vandiver's eyes there, the sophomore left-handed batter. Swung and one out of the strike zone, but Heineman will also be right around the strike zone, just like Martz. This one bounces in for a ball, and left-handed pitcher, that's always tough at the high school level, really. These batters don't see a lot of lefties, maybe a little more than they used to, but here's a foul ball, first base side.
Yeah, the thing about Blake, Blake gets on base, he can make a lot of things happen. He's got great speed. He can drag bunt, seems to do a little bit of everything this year. Definitely a kid they want to keep off the bases.
A couple of sophomores at the top of the order as this breaking ball did not break. It stayed high for a ball, and Foss, a sophomore, Vandiver, a sophomore. Then you get into Levi Wallace, Nelson Martz, a couple of seniors in the lineup. Then the junior, Logan Reardon. A couple more seniors, Hargrave and Wood in the batting order. And here is a strike, and that is the end of Vandiver. 2 up, 2 down quickly here for the Shells.
Ball way out of the zone, way above his hands, went out after it. Uncharacteristic for him, usually pretty patient, draws a lot of walks.
2 up, 2 down. That'll bring in Levi Wallace. He wears number 1. Third baseman today. Swing and a foul off to the right, out of play near the scoreboard. We've mentioned many times here at Roxana, lots of room in foul territory, so nobody gives up on it. They usually hustle and chase after all the foul balls.
Yeah, usually it's a first baseman's having to track them down, so with all that room, they usually don't get there. That was one of those cases there.
It's a long way to the fences, the dugouts. Here's a high delivery from the left-handed pitcher to Levi Wallace. Levi hitting .400 on the year. 18 RBIs to lead the team, and this one is low, over but low for a ball. 15 hits for Wallace, 5 doubles. Right-handed batter waits. The lefty brings it in. Ground ball up the middle. The second baseman, though, over to his right. He'll throw to first for the out. Keene to Roberts on the ground out to second base. The Shells are retired 1-2-3. We've played an inning in Roxana. No score, Southwestern and Roxana. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Let Auto Butler's professional staff keep your vehicle looking great inside and out. We have many car wash options to choose from, as well as express detail services and a 48-hour clean car guarantee. Auto Butler Express Lube gives you a free full-service car wash with your oil change. And while you wait, you will enjoy our lobby that makes you feel like you're right at home. Auto Butler Car Wash and Express Lube, located at 1706 Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Clean, shine, and protect.
Back in Shell Country, and Southwestern coming back to the plate against Nellie Martz, taking on Roberts, Fry, and Naylor here in the top of the second inning, and no score after one inning as the two pitchers in control so far. We saw Martz walk a batter with 2 outs, but other than that, that's the only base runner after just one inning. Move to the second inning now, and again, the SCC maybe we'll pick up a little bit now. We'll see about Southwestern and Roxana and some of the other teams. Staunton, Litchfield, Pana, Hillsborough, all the players in the SCC. Carlinville thrown in there too, of course. For Southwestern, they have beaten Staunton, lost to Litchfield, so they are 1-1 in the conference. They had lost to Litchfield this week, 4-3. Here's a high fastball from Martz to the left-handed batter, first baseman Cody Roberts. Followed by Andrew Fry. A couple of juniors to start here in the second inning. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a tap to the left side. Wallace will charge it at third and fire on the run for the out. Got him by a couple of steps, 1 down.
Pretty good high school play there. Not a lot of speed running first base, but Levi had to make a lot of things happen to complete that. That was a nice play.
Wallace giving a lot of space off the line there, even to this right-handed batter. Doesn't expect many of these hitters to pull the ball, even if they're right-handed batters. And here's Andrew Fry stepping in. .230 batting average for him. He is the right fielder, and he will take a strike outside corner at the knees. Martz likes to pitch around the knees, that's for sure. Looks in, gets another sign from Hargrave, and the pitch is tapped foul, third base side. Shells a record of 7-7. Southwestern 7-5. 10 or 12 games for a lot of teams, and that's been about it. And again, if the weather changes and we warm up, stay dry, be time for a lot more games. Here's a strike called, and that's the end of Fry. 2 outs now, quickly here in the second inning.
Yeah, like you mentioned, that both pitchers keeping the ball down. Nellie's starting to change speeds a little more often now early in the game, but still, most of the strikes have been at the knees or on the inside or outside corner, not hitting much of the plate.
Now he'll face a senior left fielder, Jimmy Naylor. And he will swing and miss at a fastball. Couldn't catch up with that one. He's a .263 hitter on the year. Has a home run, 9 RBIs. He waits from the right side against the right-hander Martz. The pitch. Outside corner, down around the knees again.
Yeah, he's not hitting that. Take a swing at that, he wouldn't hit it anyways. Based off his first swing, he was way behind.
Martz gets the sign that he wants. 0-2, outside fastballs. He wasted one. Seventh place hitter, Naylor. Be followed by Seymour, sophomore, only sophomore in the lineup, and then Keene, a senior. For Coach Hanslow, pitch on the way. And it is upstairs and maybe outside a little bit, 2-2.
Yeah, Marcy's got pretty good velocity today. Without a gun being out here, I'd say he's throwing about 84, 85 miles per hour. Throwing hard.
2-2, and here's another. Swing and a miss. Maybe even a little harder there. Fastball blazing by Naylor, struck him out. 1, 2, 3, and 2 more strikeouts, too. He's got 3 Ks in 2 innings, and we go to the bottom of the second inning. No score. Shells and Piasa Birds. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Timeout. Come here. I need better coverage. Anybody here give me better coverage?
Put me in, Coach. I can give you better coverage. Not only can I give you better coverage, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
Hey, where do you want this ladder?
Oh, come on, Coach.
American Family Insurance.
Piasa Birds and Shells. We move to the bottom of the second inning now. Martz, Reardon, and Hargrave to bat. Roxana was retired 1-2-3 in the first, and Martz takes ball one low, and Nelson Martz, 440 batting average, leading the team, 13 RBIs, and he will take, it's 2-0. So on one side you have the starting pitcher as the leadoff hitter, Heineman. The other side you have your starting pitcher as your cleanup man, Martzy. Martz will take a strike here.
Hopefully he's sitting on this one here. It's 3-1. Not many opportunities up to this point to be ahead in the count like this, especially with the four-hitter up.
Lefty brings it in. Ground ball, fair ball down the line at third. And the left fielder has a long run, and Martz will run with a stand-up double at second base. So he leads it off with a shot down the line, and both third basemen giving a lot of room on the line, and there was no chance for Byer at third.
Now, like I mentioned, I mean, he was sitting dead red on that pitch there, and he pulled it and did what he's supposed to do with a pitch like that.
And that will bring in number 12, Logan Reardon. Seth Chester will run out there at second base, courtesy runner, number 7 for Roxana. And for Coach Smay, this pitch is inside to Reardon.
Kind of looking for something here, you know, big conference game, second inning. We're good pitcher on him. I don't know if he's going to bunt him over or not.
Up and in again. First base open, but nobody out. 2-0 the count. Scoreless game, second inning. So he doesn't have to lay this one in there with a runner at second. Nobody at first, and nobody out. This one's a strike, a low strike again.
Yeah, it was low. He's given a couple of those already, though, so he's been pretty consistent.
Heineman looks in. Stretch, pitch, swinging a foul. Down the left field line. Way out in front of that one is up around the letters, maybe even higher, and he pops it foul. 2-2. Right-handed batter will be followed by the catcher Hargrave, then Wood, Skiff, and Palin. Foul straight back. Looked like a breaking ball that time on 2-2, and Heineman gets a new baseball. Schiller, the Southwestern catcher, gives the sign from the third base dugout. Southwestern dugout. Inside for a ball. 3-2 the count. Payoff pitch. Runner at second with nobody out. Down and in, low for ball 4. And on the 3-2 pitch, he walks Reardon, and that will bring in the catcher, Matt Hargrave, who has a chance now.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting, though, that, you know, it'll be interesting to see what he does here. He's at the bottom of the lineup, and, you know, kind of lucked out there with Reardon drawing a walk. Be a great opportunity to move these guys over and give this Wood kid a chance of driving some runs.
Here's the pitch. He is going to bunt. Bunts it hard. Back to the pitcher and out at third. An easy play for the pitcher as that one was bunted really hard back near the mound.
He did. He didn't take anything off of that. He almost stabbed at the ball and bunted right back to the pitcher. The worst spot possible. If he gets it anywhere away from the pitcher, you got guys on second, third, one out, and now you're kind of in a bind here. Got lower part of the lineup up, and that's not what Coach Smay wanted.
That will bring in Wood. It will be first and second, and they had the play on where the third baseman was staying at the bag there. The pitcher was going to cover a lot of area on a bunt, and luckily for Heineman, came right back to him. And the third baseman stayed, and that's where they got the force out. Byer was on the bag, and Joey Ingram, number 9, will run at first base. Courtesy runner for the catcher, Hargrave. Pitch to Wood is a strike here, left-handed batter. Lefty against lefty, 2 on, now there's 1 out. Here comes another. Swing and a foul off the end of the bat, goes the other way, left side.
Way behind on that pitch. The first pitch he was a little early on, but that one here is way behind.
And we'll see what happens here. 2 strikes. The stretch, the pitch, swing, and a little line drive to left, and it's going to fall. And the runner had to hold, and he's still going to try to score. The relay home, and it is not in time. The ball gets away, and Wood goes the other way with an RBI. 1-0 Shells.
Boy, he was dead in the water on that. Just a poor throw by the third baseman. I think good throw there gets him out by 2 or 3 steps. So Roxana catches a break for sure. Good job by Wood. Nice piece of hitting going to left field there.
He just dumped it into left, and off the bat, it was slicing away from the left fielder, so he had a long run, but maybe the third baseman, the relay man, had a little trouble getting it out of his glove, too, and then when he made the throw, it was basically right into the dirt. Catcher had to try and scoop it, but still really not in time there, and Randy Skiff swings at a high one up in his eyes, swing and a miss. First and third, Roxana. They take the lead here. Here's a line drive to center field. Right at the center fielder. Runner tags. The ball is caught. The relay home is not in time, and it gets away at home, so Wood will go to second base as they score on a sacrifice fly, and now it's 2-0 Roxana.
Another good job by the hitter. He did what he's supposed to do, drove the run in. Everything was going to have to happen perfect on that because it was just deep enough out there where the relay would have had to have a strong throw. And he did have a strong throw. It's just up the line on third base side. Going back to the last play, though, I think on the Wood, the hit to left field, I think the third baseman was just caught off guard. He didn't expect the runner to advance on that play, but Shells catch a couple breaks.
Back-to-back RBIs, Wood and Skiff. And Jake Palin, left-handed batter, fouls one back to the screen.
Doing all the damage latter part of the lineup, too, which is always nice.
Started with a double, then the walk. Sacrifice bunt didn't help Roxana out as they got the out at third, but Wood dumped a single into left. Skiff with an RBI, sac fly. And now Palin, lefty against lefty, swing and a miss. Big breaking ball there.
Yeah, he was way out in front of that one. I mean, it wasn't even near the plate. It bounced 2 feet in front of the plate, and he swung at it.
Roxana has a runner at second base here with 2 out. Pitches high for a ball. So the Shells break on top. 2 runs, bottom of the second inning. Against Spencer Heineman, the pitch is just outside for a ball. You may not want to take anything close when you got 2 strikes.
No, that was a pitch that he's called a strike a couple times today, so showing some inconsistency there.
Here comes another, and it's up and in for a ball. A fastball straightens him up there. 3-2. Again, lefty against lefty. Number 9 hitter. The pitch, swinging a foul, back and out of play.
Roxana's got a little bit of experience in the 9 slot. He got a senior up there. Started a couple years off and on, and that's always nice for sure. He kind of knows what to do in these situations.
Roxana, 5 seniors in the starting lineup, 2 juniors, 2 sophomores. Breaking ball, strike 3 called, and it fooled him there. Breaking ball on 3-2, expecting the fastball on a full count, but strike 3 will end the second inning. But the Shells have a good inning as they scored 2, and after 2, Roxana 2-0 over Southwestern. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
We're always looking for better ways to do things, but with some banks, better for them isn't always better for you.
You've reached Megabank. Press 1 to hear your current balance. Press 2 to hear these options again.
Introducing free Kasasa checking. When you do stuff for us, like swipe your debit card or get e-statements, we make it even better for you with cash back and refunds on ATM fees. Kasasa, carried locally at Liberty Bank. Do you Kasasa?
Coach Mark Briggs and Brent Birkeland back here on the Big Z as Southwestern comes to the plate, and Martz, with those 3 strikeouts in the first 2 innings, now has a lead, and he started the rally with the leadoff double. And a couple of minutes later, the Shells had 2 runs, and after 2, they lead it 2-0. So now he has a couple of runs to work with as he faces the 8 and 9 batters first here in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, which could be dangerous because he's working fast and throwing a lot of strikes.
Number 5, sophomore Zach Seymour takes high as that fastball sailed on him for a ball. 2-0 here as we start the 3rd inning on a beautiful day. Not much wind, and the wind is calm right now. Sunshine, we're in the 60s. Ground ball up the middle, shortstop to his left, behind the bag, throw to first, out. Good play by Foss, good stretch by Wood, 1 out.
Always nice having a sophomore that position that's got range like that. He's got a couple years left after this year, and that's a heck of a play. Anytime you got to go to your left as a sophomore at this level, and kid got pretty good wheels going to first, didn't miss a beat on that throw.
Adam Keene, the batter now. He's a senior, second baseman, number 9 hitter. Outside corner, fastball strike. So after the walk back in the 1st inning, it's 5 in a row retired by Martz here. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. Fastball by him.
Yeah, he's going right after these guys. Again, he's so throwing the ball so hard, and these guys have no chance of catching up.
0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Another fastball struck him out, and Martz, the first time through, 9 hitters. He has struck out 4. There's 2 down, and like you said, probably in the 80s easily today.
Yeah, I mean, get rid of that 2 sign or 3. Just flash that 1 sign, 7 through 9. They have no chance of catching up to the ball.
Fastball.
That's right. Top of the line might be a different story, but those guys 7 through 9 are having trouble.
Got to dial it up a little bit if you can, and this pitch is high. A fastball to the pitcher, Spencer Heineman, who tapped back to the pitcher, Martz, his first time up. That was on the first pitch of the game up the first baseline. Another fastball high, 2-0.
The thing about Southwestern over the years, historically, their program, I mean, they can hit. That's one thing they do a real nice job of.
Left-handed batter here as the junior pitcher waits, swings and misses. Heineman, 386 average, 8 RBIs, 3 doubles, and already has 44 at-bats. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Foul back, 2-2.
Late on that one also. It almost looks like he's kind of kid is kind of on his way to first base as he swings. You know, he's not really staying in there, pulling off the ball pretty bad. So I think anything outside, low and away, he's not have a chance to hit it.
Try to drive it the other way if you can. The lefty here, and he swings and misses down and in. Struck him out. 2 more strikeouts for Martz in the 3rd inning. Middle of the 3rd inning, and our score still the Shells 2, Piasa Birds nothing. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Southwestern and Roxana SCC baseball here on this Friday. Good Friday, and happy Easter. The Easter weekend looks good too, with sunshine, highs in the 70s, even warmer. But the sunshine shining brightly here on us for this Friday afternoon of baseball. And Chance Foss leading things off. He fouls one first base side and out of play first base side.
There's another one of those balls this first baseman's got to run about 80 yards for before he can get to it. And
still can't get to it.
No. If you had anybody that thinking wheels over there can run a little bit, that ball's probably snapped off. But in this case, most of the time, first basemen that are playing over there at that spot, they don't run real well and they don't get to many of those balls.
There's a lot of room in foul territory for sure. And Foss, Vandiver, Wallace, top of the order for Roxana here. Bottom of the third inning. Each team looking for its 8th win of the year overall. This one's popped up down the right field line, slicing into foul territory. Long run, basket catch. Good catch, running catch by Fry, the right fielder.
That was a nice play by Fry. I'll tell you, the first baseman probably should have had that ball, but after having to run that far to the last pitch, he decided to stay put. He kind of spectated on that one. Nice play by Fry.
Fry might have called him off right away. He said, let me take this one. I'll make the long, long run. Here's Vandiver bunting third base side, spinning foul off the left-hander's bat.
There's an example I was talking about earlier there. This Vandiver kid is, in my opinion, from what I've seen out of the Shells so far this year, he's one of their best players. He's the most dangerous kid they got in the team because of that right there. A lefty with a nice little slap bunt there, and he can do a lot of little things. And with those legs he's got, it creates a lot of havoc on the bases.
A couple of sophomores at the top of the lineup, Foss and Vandiver. Curveball just outside, and both these sophomores played some hoops too for you.
Yes, they did. They were both pretty good kids.
And young. Can't beat that. This time he turns on one to right field. Fry goes back and makes the catch. Reaching up, not too far from the fence. And Fry makes a good play as Vandiver sent it a long way.
Yes, he did. And it's going to be fun to watch him and Foss develop over the years here out here in the baseball field. They both have great tools and they're good athletes. I mean, right there is a prime example. He can do a little everything. He can slap to the left, pull it like that. Any kind of wind today, he might hit it out.
Here's a tap foul, third base side to the coach, Nate Smay. Foul ball, Levi Wallace, strike one. 2 up, 2 down here, bottom of the third inning. 2-0 Shells. They got 2 runs in the second inning. Last inning, this one's fouled off to the right.
And one thing about Levi is he never gets cheated on any swing. Every at bat, he doesn't get cheated, and that's fun to watch. He goes up there hacking away.
Senior bats in the 3-hole and takes high and outside as he wasted one at 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Down in the dirt, swing and a foul tip. Just got a piece of it to stay alive. So CM in Jerseyville earlier today. CM gets a big conference win, 3-1 over Jerseyville. Swing and a miss. High fastball up in his eyes, and he strikes out. Shells go 1, 2, 3 for the top of the batting order there, and we've played 3 innings here. The Shells still lead it 2-0. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
Pitch count is, but I would say he hadn't thrown any more than 40 pitches, and he's looks like he's in it for the long haul here at that rate.
It looks like about a 40-minute ball game so far, too, as we go to the 4th inning.
This is the way it should be, though. How many games have you done on there this spring where the weather was this nice and the game moved like it did? Usually it's cold and
windy.
And no strikes, lots of walks. But this
throw
is
some rain in there.
Yeah, this is great.
Yep, this is the way it should be. You're right. In the sunshine, and the wind is calm. Very still out here at Roxana Park. Swing and a foul tip. Brendan Schiller, the catcher for Southwestern.
I cannot reiterate enough how late and tardy they are on the swing. I mean, that kid wasn't even close to catching up to that ball.
They don't see many fastballs like this with the schedule they had. Maybe a big curveball there. It's tapped in front of home plate. Throw to first. Out. Good play by Martz as he had to come a long way and get the catcher at first base.
And that's what happens when you gear up for a fastball and you get a curveball way out in front of it, and you just barely got a piece of it. Nice play by Martz.
Now it's Blake Lawson, one of the top hitters on their team at 364. 6 doubles, 3 triples, 15 RBIs. The RBI leader far and away for Coach Brian Hanslow, and 3 triples knows you got some speed there, and he will pop one into left field. Left fielder coming in, still coming in. Palin has it, and there's 2 out.
Outfielders, they're not ready for that kind of action. You know, I think he's caught off guard a little bit there. A little bit of an adventure for him. Wasn't real smooth going after that, but they haven't had a whole lot of action yet.
Somebody actually hit the ball to the outfield, and now it's Eric Byer who popped one up to the pitcher. Martz sky high, but Martz made the play, so he's 0 for 1. And the pitch on the way is a strike call. 0-1 the count. Brian Hanslow coaching down at third, his 18th season as the head baseball coach. He's even ahead of you, Coach. High for a ball.
I'll tell you what, Coach Hanslow is the best there is in the business in this area, baseball. He's done a great job with that program over there, and their kids' programs are running off. They're going to be good for a long time. Southwestern will be.
High fastball this time is a ball. It's 2-1.
I always compare him to Coach Arbuthnot, who's at Alton now. They both put their heart and soul into it, and a lot of hours that people don't see.
A ton of hours, a ton of time away from home for sure. This pitch is high for a ball.
Now, he's got a boy coming up too, you know, so Hanslow may be there for a long, long time. You know, his boy, I don't grade he's in, but I know he's coming up. He's put a lot of time into the sport with his boy also.
3-1 the count here with 2 outs. Martz brings it home, swing, and a shot to first. Ricochets off the first baseman to the second baseman, who cannot get there in time. And he tried. Skiff on that deflection went right to him off of Wood, but the batter is safe at first. Byer.
Well, you know, if Martz has done anything wrong today, that might have been his first mistake. You know, any ball hit the right side of the field, no matter what, you're supposed to start heading that direction. And I think if Martz was covering first there, Skiff would have somebody to throw the ball to, you know. And that wasn't the case. Martz was spectating on the mound.
I think you're right. That could have been a 3-4-1 putout. Here's the pitch. Left-handed batter will take inside for a ball. It's Cody Roberts, the first baseman.
It's hard to criticize a play like that, though. I mean, it's just a line drive. It's not a natural reaction, but I think if he was doing his job, he definitely had a chance at it.
Here's the stretch and the pitch, and a line drive off the glove maybe of Skiff this time into center field. That ball was hit hard as the lefty smoked it to center and just over Skiff at second base.
Back-to-back breaks for Southwestern. Roxana has a similar inning where they caught a couple breaks and they turned them into runs, and we'll see if the Birds can do that now. That's a ball that Skiff should have caught. I mean, I think 9 times out of 10 he's got to catch that ball there. Same as Wood. The ball was hit hard at him. He should have at least smothered it. But that's, in my opinion, 2 errors.
And now it's Andrew Fry. Struck out looking his first time up. A couple of hard hit balls here and a strike on the outside corner here. So with 2 outs, they get 2 base runners.
Yeah, I don't think Martz's philosophy is going to change either. I think he's keep going right at these guys with a big lead like this.
4th inning, 2-0 Shells. The pitch on the way. This one stays high. Looked like a breaking ball that didn't get down, didn't dip down. It's a ball.
No, he's lucky he didn't swing at it either because it was sitting right there for hit me all over it.
The hanging breaking ball, and this one is a fastball that is hit down the right field line. The right fielder going to have to chase it to the fence. That may tie the game. One run is in. The other runner is held up at third on the RBI double. It's 2-1 as Fry shoots that one to the fence in right field.
Yes, he did. Would have tied up the game. The guy on third base, he's not real quick of foot, so he had to hold him up. But still in business here, Southwestern is. Again, they're taking advantage of a couple of Shells' mistakes.
Big RBI and a big hit the other way as Fry spanked it down the right field line. Didn't have a chance to slice because it was hit so hard. This one is popped foul, third base side. Wallace, a long run. Levi Wallace still on the fly, and off of his glove, he dropped it right at the fence there for a foul ball.
Man, I thought he had that, but what an effort. Come a long way. You talk about a lot of ground to cover. He's one kid that can cover, and he's not even playing on near the third base line. He had to go 4 or 5 extra steps before he got in foul territory, and he still almost made the play.
Earlier today here at Roxana Park, there was a 10 a.m. softball game, Jerseyville and Roxana. This game starting just before high noon today. This baseball game, here's a ball. So some holiday sports going on in Bethalto, Roxana. Here's the pitch. Here's a strike call. The batter didn't agree with that one.
No, it's that hanger again. It's his fault. He should have taken a cut at that. That was sitting right there for him to hit. That's one pitch you want to get on if you get marks, is that hanging curveball.
Here's the next pitch. Low and away for a ball. Mart's wanting some of those called, and the batter arguing. So each pitch, we've got somebody upset with the umpire. Good old home plate umpiring. 2 on, 2 out. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Strike 3, and that is the end of the inning. 1 run for Southwestern. Roxana will hold the lead, but now it's 2-1 in the 4th. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Roper's Regal Beagle, located on Godfrey Road, is the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Open Sunday through Thursday till 2 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays till 3 a.m. At Roper's Regal Beagle, you will enjoy some of the area's best pizza from their wood-fired pizza oven. There's also a full kitchen offering a huge variety, as well as a soup and salad bar. Sports fans, Roper's Regal Beagle is the place to watch the game. 27 TVs, NFL ticket, Big Ten, Pac-12, and streaming local high school sports.
Ball game now as Mart sends one into left center field, hits it deep into the gap, and it's going to one-hop the fence, and Martz has another double. Back-to-back doubles. He's 2 for 2.
That's nice. Have your 4-hitter, your pitcher there. He's helping himself. The first at bat, he ripped it down the third base line, and he worked the count fairly deep. This time he goes right after the first pitch.
And so a runner at second base, nobody out, just like the second inning where he led off with a double. And just like the second inning, Seth Chester will run, the courtesy runner for him at second base. Nobody out. Here is Reardon taking high and away, ball 1.
It's always nice to sit over and second guess and see what's going to happen next. Similar situations before. Will he bunt a runner over, move him over?
Number 5 hitter will foul it off to the right, out of play.
The thing is, 5 hitters in our level, in the 2A level, they're usually, when you get to 5, they're like the 6, 7, 8, 9. So, it's not a true 5 hitter.
Spencer Heineman, lefty for Southwestern, brings it in low in the dirt. And that is ball 2 as Schiller made a good play there, the catcher. Byers at third, Lawson at short, Keene at second, Roberts over at first. Heineman the stretch and the pitch. And it's a strike, but I think time was called there maybe.
I don't know. I'm waiting for some kind of signal here. Yeah, it looks like the umpire did a word time. He didn't do a very good job of letting everybody know it.
Because the batter stepped out calling time. Pitch was right down the middle. This one is a shot into left field for a base hit. Hit too hard for the run to score, though. On one hop, the left fielder Naylor brought it right back in. It's a single First and third, nobody out.
Well, that was a normal 5-hitter. I was referring to. You did a real nice job on that. Logan's coming off of this arm surgery, had some Tommy John after football season, and I would say he's fully healed after looking at that swing.
Matt Hargrave, sacrifice bunt. Well, tried to anyway, and they got the runner at third on a fielder's choice, as it turned out. Here's a strike to Hargrave.
Yeah, his last at bat, definitely not what Coach Smith was looking for out of the bunt, so I don't know if you have the confidence to do it here or not.
Pitch is low for a ball, and now it's 1 ball, 1 strike.
Logan runs fairly well at first. Might have a situation here, a little hit and run. Move the guy around that way.
Runner is going. It's down in the dirt, so they'll have to hold it at home plate, and it'll be second and third, nobody out. With some movement on the bases there.
Yeah, Shells looking to do some damage again at the bottom half of the lineup here, so this is another opportunity.
Hargrave, the catcher, will foul it off to the right. After the game, we announce our Munganast Alton Toyota Player of the Game. Stay tuned for that. 2-1 ball game so far. We're in the 4th. Roxana leading at home here in the SCC contest. Swing and a miss. Took something off and struck him out, and what a big strikeout.
Yeah, that was big. That's the worst thing that could have happened to Roxana there, and just put the ball in play and maybe score a runner. Infield's conceding up the middle, so anything hit up the middle is going to score a run, but Hargrave didn't put it in play.
Big strikeout for Heineman, and he has exactly 1 strikeout in every inning. He's got 4. Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop-up by Wood. Foul territory. Third baseman over. Still over. Stays under it. Makes a good play. Byer a long way in foul territory at third base. 2 down.
Yeah, Wood, his last at bat, he took the ball, punched it in the left field. It's similar. It looked like it's a similar approach there, and that time he just, got underneath it too much. But Shells not taking advantage of the situation.
So far, now they need a 2-out something from Randy Skiff, who pops it foul, first base side. And last time he hit it hard, it was a line drive to the center fielder. Turned out to be a sacrifice fly RBI.
This first baseman he's so frustrated. That's 4 balls now, I think, hit over there. And all that green that we keep talking about. And if he had a couple more steps in him, he probably catches 3 out of those 4 balls. But he just keeps slapping his mitt real hard now. He's frustrated.
And strike 1 as the foul ball went first base side again. And a little breeze blowing straight in the batter's face, and Skiff pops it up on the infield. Second baseman under it, and the Southwestern second baseman grabs it, and the Shells waste a golden opportunity. Second and third, nobody out, and they do not score. 2-1, Roxana will go to the 5th inning. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Seymour, Adam Keene, and then the top of the order, Spencer Heineman. So the 8-hitter bats here. He's 0 for 1, and he will hit one to the right side. Big bounce for the first baseman, Wood. First baseman unassisted. There's 1 out.
Well, at least last time he came up to bat, he didn't even come close touching the ball. That time he was able to pull it, so it's a definite sign of improvement for their 8-hitter there.
Adam Keene, the batter now. He bats from the right side. There's a line drive into right field. That's a base hit and an error. It skips by the right fielder. Off of his glove, gets by him, and the runner at second base, Keene, with 1 out.
It's almost as though the right fielder felt like he had to come up and try to make a play on that. I mean, that's a ball that if you're a right fielder, hit that hard like it was scorched out there. typically you just kind of get down on a knee or keep your body in front of it, and Chester really mishandled that one.
Left-handed batter now as we go to the top of the order. Spencer Heineman now. The pitch. Foul ball, back it out of play. You mentioned Southwestern and their offense down through the years. They don't stop swinging, just keep on hacking.
They don't. That is the truth. And it's not on accident either. That's a philosophy of the director of the program, Coach Hanslow. That's what they expect. Every year they know what they're going to get.
Here's the next pitch. It is up and away. 1-1 to Heineman. He's 0 for 2. Strikeout and the tap back to the pitcher. That's been it for him so far. And we wait for another pitch from Martz. Swing and a miss as looked like a changeup, maybe a straight change. What a pitch.
It was a good one. I'm kind of concerned here about, Levi's, the third baseman for Roxana. He's playing in for some reason on this guy, and I don't think it's a situation where he's going to bunt. It'll be interesting to see if he goes that direction. That's how he's trying to hit the ball down the third base side or the left side of the field. So definitely open up some holes over there.
Because the shortstop trying to keep the runner close at second base, so there's all kinds of room on the left side. The pitch is down and in the dirt, though. Hargrave with a good block. Ball 2.
Yeah, that was something we haven't mentioned yet here at Roxana. Also, the backstop is another 80 yards from home plate, so definitely a lot of room. Ball gets by a catcher, got to run for days.
Runner at second. 1 out. Leadoff hitter Heineman will take it just outside for a ball.
There can be some belly aching about that. That was close. I know Martz really, really wanted that pitch. It was right, to my opinion, where my vantage point where I'm sitting, looked like it's on the black.
Right-handed pitcher, left-handed batter. Heineman waits and fouls it back and out of play. He'll get another one. We are in the 5th inning here. Again, Southwestern 1-1 in the conference. Beat Staunton, lost to Litchfield. Roxana's got a couple of conference games coming up next week at Hillsboro and at Staunton. They beat Pana and Gillespie for a 2-0 SCC record. This pitch is high, ball 4, and it's 2 on and 1 out.
Martz throwing an off-speed 3-2 pitch there is a gutsy pitch that, when you throw for a strike and it goes your way, you look good. And in that case there, I think he could have a little bit better selection here. He's still got a 1-run lead. Now you get in a hard lineup now for Southwestern.
Brendan Schiller. He's the catcher, and he is 0 for 2, and he lines one into center, and that's going to fall for a hit, and the bases are going to be loaded as that ball was hit hard, and the Piasa Birds the last 2 innings have hit the ball hard at times.
And that's because Martz is not getting his off-speed pitch where he wants to get it. He's not throwing for strikes, and the ones he is throwing is they're hanging there. So that's been a big difference now from the very beginning of the game for Martz. I think he's given too much credit to Southwestern in a sense that I think he's trying to overthink some things. They haven't really proven to me that they can catch up to the fastball, but it's much easier to hit a fastball now in this case when he's falling behind the count, because it takes the guessing part out of the equation. So definitely been a big change here.
Well, more and more you see pitchers too on 3-2 throw that curveball instead of the fastball, and maybe trying to get too cute, trying to fool the batter because the batter thinks it's a fastball, but boy, so often you see 3-2 curveballs now.
Yeah, and well, in this case here, the coaching staff for Roxana, they don't call the pitches, and they're relying solely on the catcher, and you've got a high school kid making that decision. That makes it tough also.
Martz now has to face Blake Lawson, good hitter, digging in from the left side in a big spot in the game. Bases loaded, 1 out, 1-run game. Roxana leading 2-1, 5th inning. Here we go. And time is called by the batter. We mentioned Lawson, 15 RBIs to lead the team. Trying to put the ball in play to at least tie the game up. Shells may be looking for a double play at second, and it's short. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
They're not going to turn two in this situation. They got the infield in, so they're playing for the run at home plate, and again, questionable in this stage of the game, but we'll see if it pays off.
We're in the fifth, top of the fifth. Pitch on the way. Swinging a foul back on a fastball, and it's quickly 0-2. And he could use the strikeout for the number 3 hitter here.
Yeah, you're kind of looking at maybe Roxana maybe staying back up the middle and in on the corners, but in this case they're conceding everything, going for the stop.
Try to keep that 2-1 lead. Breaking ball is hit down the line, and it's hit a ton way back. Right fielder all the way to the fence will make the catch. Reardon grabs it. Runner tags at second, tags at third. That'll tie the game at 2-2. A sac fly to deep right.
He hit it hard. I'm telling you, that's Vandenberg kid hit a ball early in the game that would have probably got to the fence, got any kind of wind at all. And today's it's just so still. But if there was a little bit of gush, just a little bit, that may have gotten out of here.
For a grand slam, it was just that close, and now there's 2 outs. Tie game. Eric Beyer to the plate here with 2 on, 2 out. In a brand new ball game, 2-2 in the 5th. Martz delivers a fastball strike.
Yeah, Martz isn't throwing quite as hard now either. It shouldn't be a fatigue factor because he hadn't thrown a lot of pitches, but definitely doesn't have the same kind of jump on his fastball as he had earlier.
RBIs for Lawson now, and Fry last inning with the RBI double. Here's a pitch that misses, and it's 1-1.
That was that hit me pitch again. I mean, Martz is begging for that to be a strike, but he's just lucky that ball's still in the park.
Hanging up in their eyes. This batter, right-handed batter, Eric Beyer, will take it up and away for a ball. He hit it hard to the first baseman last inning, and it ricocheted off of Wood, and he reached base. They scored a run later in that inning, the 4th. Now they've scored another in the 5th. They've tied it up.
I'll give you a perspective. Roxana's outfielders are playing about mid-range, maybe a little shallow. They're not very deep.
Here's the pitch from Martz. Swing and a miss. Fastball by him there. It's 2-2. Reach back for a little something extra that time. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
He did. We hadn't seen that in the last inning or so. He had something on that.
And he looks to get the 3rd out and keep the game tied at 2-2 now. The 2-0 lead for the Shells is gone. Here's a foul ball, back it out of play.
Fought that off. That was a tough pitch. I got something here. I missed that. I was looking back at the foul ball, but the batter's called out. I'm assuming he stepped out of the batter's box. That's what my guess would be, is maybe he strided too far to the front of the box.
And so he is out, and so the inning is out. Over and out, and it's 2-2. We have a tie game as the Piasa Birds get a run in the 4th, a run in the 5th. Now we'll go to the bottom of the 5th in a 2-2 game. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sport.
If you want your car to look stunning and keep it running, then take your car to Andy's Auto Body and Complete Car Care Center. Andy's ASE certified mechanics perform oil changes, suspension repair, air conditioning repair and service, engine diagnostics, warranty maintenance, tires, brakes, and shocks, plus state-of-the-art Hawkeye alignment. Like Andy's on Facebook. Andy's Auto Body and Car Care Center with 2 locations in Alton and Maryville is your car's home away from home.
Number 9 hitter for Roxana will start it off. Jake Palin, the senior, in the bottom of the 5th inning in a brand new game. 2-2 game now. Southwestern has caught Roxana. Swing and a miss. We're underway in the bottom of the 5th. Roxana coach Mark Briggs joins me today for baseball. Brent Birkeland here in Shell Country, and there's a ball to Palin. It's 1-1. Here's a pop foul out of play. Next week we will have more baseball and softball around the River Bend. Our next game on the air is Tuesday afternoon. Softball from Wood River, the Oilers against the CM Eagles, Tuesday at 4. Curveball, swing and a miss, down in the dirt, but it's going to come all the way to the backstop, and it's going to be a wild pitch on strike 3, and no out recorded, even though it's a strikeout. Palin's at first.
Yeah, that one's going to be pinned on the catcher. He did he just did an awful job breaking down on that wild pitch per se, but as a curveball in the dirt, and the guy, catcher knows what's going to happen there, and just didn't do a very good job.
And so now to the top of the order, Chance Foss fouls one back up in his eyes and fouled it straight back.
It's kind of that point of the game now where Roxana's trying to recapture a little bit of momentum. This is a good opportunity to do that because I kind of feel like we're at a moot point right now.
Shells with their runs early in the game, back in the second inning. Had a 2-0 lead for a couple of innings. Here's a ball low. Another pitch from Spencer Heineman on the way. It's low, down and in for a ball.
At the same spot as the last one, which was a strike early in the game. It's not right now.
Heineman looks in, gets the sign. The pitch. Foul ball down the right field line. Right fielder going over there, though, to make the grab, and he does. And Palin has to hold as that ball was slicing a little bit down, right down the line, 1 out.
Yeah, they were playing him on close to the line anyways, right fielder was. And this is just a tough spot for Roxana because if they don't move him over at the bunt, they're not going to be able to steal second because Palin doesn't have a whole lot of speed at first. And plus, there's a lefty in the mound, which makes it even tougher unless you're going on first movement. And I don't think Roxana has that in their repertoire.
Spencer Heineman, 5-1 record, a 0.92 ERA. He has 4 complete games this year. Allowed just 5 earned runs coming in, 30 strikeouts, 9 walks to start the day, too. So this pitcher knows how to win. He's already 5-1.
Yeah, and I would venture to say that both these horses are going the distance today. I don't think you'll see any relief.
Blake Vandiver will hit one to the second baseman, who flips to second. Out there, they get the lead runner. Vandiver with too good a speed for the double play, but there's 2 out now.
Yeah, there's no chance to turn 2 on that. A real good job by the second baseman. The ball short hopped him, able to kind of readjust there at the last minute and still keep it in front of him and did a nice job.
Levi Wallace with a chance now. Runner at first, Vandiver. We'll see if he does some running with the number 3 hitter up there. The pitch is a shot to third, and the third baseman with a short hop and throws to first for the out. Byer made the play as he turned his head away, and it landed in his glove on the short hop, and that is the end of the inning as he throws across to first base. So the Shells are done. They hit it hard, but Levi Wallace is out number 3, and as we go to the 6th inning, we're still tied now, 2-2. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Let Auto Butler's professional staff keep your vehicle looking great inside and out. We have many car wash options to choose from, as well as express detail services and a 48-hour clean car guarantee. Auto Butler Express Lube gives you a free full-service car wash with your oil change. And while you wait, you will enjoy our lobby that makes you feel like you're right at home. Auto Butler Car Wash and Express Lube, located at 1706 Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Clean, shine, and protect.
Coach Mark Briggs and Brent Birkland back again here as we go to the 6th inning now. And Martz starts with a strike to the left-handed batter, first baseman Cody Roberts here in a 2-2 game. And even though we have a couple of runs for each team, it's still a pitcher's duel here between Heineman and Martz. 6th inning, and Martz brings it in, and it's a ball just outside.
First pitch, high strike. That pitch hangs, curveball, ball, same spot.
Left-handed batter, it's Roberts, and the pitch on the way. Swinging a ground ball. Skiff, the second baseman, scoops and throws, and out number 1. It's 1 out, 6th inning.
And nothing smooth about that. It looked like a routine ground ball, and I didn't know if he was going to come up with that ball or not, Skiff over there, but good way to start the inning. I think that kid led off or was on base last inning. That's where they kind of did some of their damage last time they attacked us.
Now it's Fry who hit the RBI double into right field, hit it hard the other way after he struck out his first time up. He wears number 13. He's a junior. Southwestern at the plate. We are in the 6th inning. Swing and a foul off to the right near the Roxana first base dugout. Left fielder will be next. That's Jimmy Naylor. It's the number 6 hitter right now, Fry. Martz will bring him another one. Swing and a fly ball deep to center. Center fielder going back. Straightaway center and a long way for Vandiver looking up in the sun. He makes the catch.
Not just that, but, you know, how many days have these boys played this year where this had a high sky like this? Not a cloud in the sky, and I know that makes a difference playing outfield myself in high school and college there. I know it's very tough in days like this, but the plus is there's no wind, so, you know, you get what you get.
And it is earlier in the afternoon than they usually play, that's for sure. This one's popped straight up at home plate. This is a tough one for the catcher, Hargrave, and it will spin back toward the plate, and he will not get a glove on it at all. It's a foul ball.
Yeah, well, there's nothing smooth about that either, and, you know, it's we mentioned it already. Those are the toughest balls for a catcher there, sky high. You know, he did a nice job getting to it, but the result's not what he wanted, but, you know, wonders how much that the sun and the high sky had to do with that also.
That ball is always going to spin back to home plate. It seems that way anyway. It's easy to say it, not easy to make it happen. Outside for a ball.
In a game like this, those kind of mistakes have come back to haunt both teams. Just a play should have been made, and you know, this kid gets on. You see what Southwestern can do.
Top of the 6th inning. Getting late in the ball game, but 2-2 ball game. Foul ball, strike 2.
Yeah, both pitchers now, you know, early in the game they were working awfully fast. They're both slowed down considerably the way they work on the mound.
Martz looks in, gets the sign that he wants, and the pitch. Breaking ball, hanging up there again for a ball.
Yeah, we've mentioned it a couple times already, but that's just a pitch that he has not thrown for a strike today, and not to say he's trying to throw for a strike, but it's not even effective.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a pop foul, back it out of play. The last couple of times, maybe that curveball, he's dropped down sidearm almost, and really not doing much at all.
Yeah, he's changing his arm slot, which is, again, a good hitter, predictable. They see that. A good kid's going to sit on that.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. Curveball much better this time as it sails away from the right-handed batter. He struck him out, and a 1-2-3 6th inning will go to the bottom of the 6th inning. The Shells 2, the Piasa Birds 2. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Timeout. Come here. I need better coverage. Anybody here give me better coverage?
Put me in, Coach. I can give you better coverage. Not only can I give you better coverage, I can protect your dreams. Call me, Gerard Fisher, 466-7062.
Hey, where do you want this ladder?
Oh, come on, Coach.
American Family Insurance.
Bottom of the 6th inning, Roxana and Southwestern in a tie game, and here's Nelson Martz to lead off again. For the 3rd time, they'll pop this one up. First base side, foul ball, and the first baseman overruns it as it spins back toward the field. It drops for a foul.
Well, that was quite an adventure. I mean, the first thing he's got to go around is the coach, Coach Wheaton, standing there, and he's probably one of the few guys that are bigger than that kid. He had to run around him, and I just think the kid's exhausted from playing first base. He's tired of running around. He has not come up with anything over there yet.
Here's the pitch. It's high to Martz, who's 2 for 2, 2 doubles. And he's hit them both pretty good for sure. And getting another life with that foul ball that was dropped over there, and this one drops low for a ball. Another thing about that first base area is there's a little hill there where the rest of the field doesn't have that. Here's one popped up to the right side. Second baseman goes out to short right field to make the catch, as Keene stayed with that one, looking up in the sun with sunglasses on.
I think that you made a great point there. It's something that a lot of people don't take in consideration, is you do have enough of a decline there that just as you're running, you hit that slope, you kind of lose your footing and ball bounces on you a little bit.
Not as much at third base, but at first base, it's really there in foul territory. First pitch here to Logan Reardon, and it's a ball, now a strike. It's 1-1. Well, Reardon's been on base twice. He walked and scored. He has singled, 1 for 1. Heineman delivers high for a ball.
You know, Martz has started things off for the Shells. This first time he's been on the bench.
Swing and a miss. Couldn't come up with that one. It's 2-2.
Yeah, he set the stage, and other guys have done a nice job picking him up. So we'll see what the Shells can make something happen here at the bottom.
RBIs today for Roxana, Wood, and Skiff, and here is strike 3 called, 2 down.
That's that spot, though. You know, as a hitter, you don't know if he's going to call it or not because he's been inconsistent. It's easy to sit over and say that now. You know, I'm directly behind home plate. From my vantage point, it looks like he's called that a strike sometimes, and other times he's left it off. But Reardon's a little frustrated.
Here's a strike in there. Looked like a slow breaking ball that he struck him out on.
He's changing speeds quite a bit now.
Swing and a pop-up. It's on the infield. First baseman coming up the line and has it to end the inning. So the Shells also go down 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. We'll go to the 7th inning. Still tied 2-2. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
We're always looking for better ways to do things. But with some banks, better for them isn't always better for you.
You've reached Megabank. Press 1 to hear your current balance. Press 2 to hear these options again.
Introducing free Kasasa checking. When you do stuff for us, like swipe your debit card or get e-statements, we make it even better for you with cash back and refunds on ATM fees. Kasasa, carried locally at Liberty Bank. Do you, Kasasa?
On to the 7th inning now, and we're still tied at 2-2. Roxana's 2 runs back in the 2nd inning. They led 2-0 till the 4th inning. Southwestern with a run in the 4th, a run in the 5th. And now we're into the 7th inning with the 8-hitter, Seymour, to the plate. Zach Seymour and then Adam Keene, the bottom of the batting order. Nelson Martz brings it in. A bunt, third base side. Wallace comes up, firing to first, out there. Levi Wallace with a good play at third. Good bunt, too.
Great play. I mean, it's a great play by Levi. It's the second time he's come up with a tough play like that. And everybody in the place knew the kid was going to try to bunt for a hit because he was shown on the first pitch he didn't quite commit. But I had a hunch he was going to do that. But where Levi was playing was perfect.
Butted it to the third baseman, and Wallace at third, Foss at short, Skiff at second, Wood at first. There's a fly ball into right field. Reardon is there, and right in his tracks, he makes the catch. 2 quick outs.
Yeah, Martz needs this too. I mean, both pitchers are at that point of the game now where you got to have some quick innings. That way they can pitch deep. I don't see anybody up for either team throwing, so, it looks like both guys are going to go in the 8th and 9th.
And left-handed batter, the junior pitcher, Spencer Heineman at the plate. Good pitcher, good hitter. And he hits one down the line. Wood has it. He steps on the bag. First base unassisted. And it's 1-2-3 for the Piasa Birds. We'll go to the bottom of the 7th. Extra innings now, basically. Any old run will win it for the Shells. 2-2 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Wood had the RBI single that started our scoring back in the second inning as he dumped one into left field for an RBI. Skiff on deck has the other RBI, the 7 and 8 hitters.
We're at the point of the game now where, I mean, it's strikes, strikes, strikes. You got to throw strikes. You cannot give free passes. And, Southwestern, they're still coming out. They're trying to hit the plate. Nothing fancy here. He's going right after him.
Heineman delivers. Wood off the end of the bat. Left fielder there. Naylor didn't have to move much. Out to left, one down.
It's a similar kind of bat the Wood kid had early in the game where he just kind of punches the ball over there. Not much of an effort. You know he's trying to just dump it in left field. That time he was too far underneath it.
And the right-handed batter, Randy Skiff, the junior second baseman, will take a strike. It's 0-1. And he had the sacrifice fly to center field back in the second inning that made it 2-0.
That time called because he's trying to work real fast. Southwestern's pitcher's picking up the pace a little bit, and the show hitters are trying to slow him down.
This one inside to the batter, right-handed batter. Jake Palin will be next. Ground ball, fair ball between the third baseman and the bag, right down the line, and Skiff is on his way to second. Now a big turn, and he's back to first base with a one-out single. Good play in left to hold him to a single.
Yeah, it was. And, third baseman for Southwestern, similar territory as where the Walls kid plays from Roxana. I mean, they're not doing anything to protect the line. I guess because it's at the bottom of the lineup and they don't expect the Roxana hitters to be pulling the ball down the third base line. But here we got a situation where might be a possible bunt he's playing in right now.
Palin, the number 9 hitter, will take one just upstairs for a ball.
I mean, you think about bunt because you got the one hitter on deck. It would make sense here.
And that is Chance Foss, the leadoff hitter, swing and a miss here.
Doesn't look like that's in the plan as of now.
Maybe here at 1-1 with one on, one out. He is going to bunt, and he drags it first base line. Foul ball.
See, there's a situation where he's bunting for a hit, and that's not what Roxana's looking for. I mean, they just want him to get the ball down away from the pitcher. It's a left-handed pitcher, so he's going to fall off the mound to the third base side, just get it over just away from the catcher on the right side, but he's trying to drag it there.
So 2 strikes now. Throw over to first, and the runner back.
This stage of the game, you just got to do those little things right, especially with the leadoff hitter on deck.
Catcher sets up on the outside corner. He's going to bunt again, and the catcher's going to barehand this one and throw to first. Out. Sacrifice is good with 2 strikes. How about that?
Redeems himself. That could have been a disaster, but he made a real nice bunt on that one there. So give Mr. Palin some credit there.
Up to second base goes Skiff with 2 out. 2 down. Chance Foss has a chance here in a 2-2 game. Ball 1.
The chance is the right kid you want to play. He's got a nice short swing. Doesn't try to do too much with the ball. He'll put it in play.
Foss looks out and pops one off the end of the bat. First baseman in foul territory again. He can't get it. It's too far away and out of his reach.
There's that decline, though, again, that we mentioned. Just enough of a drop there, and he was right there on the fringe. And, I feel sorry for that kid. All day long he's been picked on. He's come up with 1 ball so far, 1 out of about 6 or 7.
According to the stats here, Foss has just 1 RBI on the season. Good time for 1 here.
Just tells you, though, the guys on the bottom half of the lineup have been getting on base.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those averages there.
Yep, 324 for Foss. Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul, third base side.
Yeah, because he's a contact guy. He's going to, if you put guys ahead of him in situations where there's 1 out guy on third base, he's usually going to get him in.
Shells looking for a 7th inning win here, a walk-off win in a 2-2 game. Swing and a foul again, this time to the right side.
You can tell in those swings he's not trying to do too much with it. He's just shortening things up and trying to hit the ball where it's pitched.
Skiff, the runner at second base, 2 down. Foss, 0 for 3. Had the ball in the air all day. Fly to center, fly to right, another fly to right. Foss 0 for 3, and he's ready. The pitch is low for a ball.
Good pitch. Good job by Chance laying off of it. That was one that a lot of kids have been tempted to swing at.
2-2 the count now, with 2 outs and a fly ball down the right field line. Right fielder coming over near the line, and he'll make the catch. Fry grabs it. That's the end of 7 innings here in Roxana. We'll go to the 8th. It's still 2-2. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Why should you bring your vehicle to Quick Lane at Roberts Motors? You never need an appointment, just drive on in. Quick Lane has the guaranteed lowest tire prices around. Plus, we perform a multi-point inspection of the critical items on your vehicle at no charge every time you visit. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, or any other make, Quick Lane can service it. We're even open on Saturdays. Stop by Quick Lane at Roberts Motors today. Come see why life is better in the Quick Lane.
Innings ever since the 5th inning when the Piasa Birds tied it up, and here's a foul ball, and the 8th inning is underway.
Yeah, you just hope Martz stays with the same philosophy he's had the whole game, just getting ahead of guys and not walking anybody. This stage of the game here, that you want to try to avoid putting some runners on where you don't need to.
2-2 game as we're in the 8th inning. Same defense. Pitcher, catcher, everything the same for the ball game today. It's been a clean game too. You know, a couple of errors, but for the most part, only 5 runners left on, it looks like, for each team. Pitchers doing their job, that's for sure. Martz and Heineman. Here's another pitch, and it sails outside for a ball.
Yeah, that's been his go-to pitch today. Has been the slider. Curveball hasn't been very good, but when he does throw the slider, it runs away from the right-handed hitter, and the kid did a nice job laying off that.
That went a little further outside than some of the other sliders have been. Here's another pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
We had just enough movement on it. That was his curveball there, and it just moved enough. The difference is he kept that one down. The other ones he's been sitting about waist high, or a little bit higher, and it's been kind of sitting on a tee. But that was a tough pitch.
8 strikeouts it looks like now as we open up the 8th inning. And Martz will face the lefty now, Blake Lawson. Tied the game up with that sacrifice fly to right field. He hit it deep to right, too, and tied the game. Ball 1 down and in. And Martz brings another one in. There's a strike. Lawson wanted to pull the trigger and check swing. 1-1.
Yeah, he's similar to the Vandiver kid from Roxana. He's dangerous. He can probably lay down a bunt and run it out, and if he gets on the bases, it turns into a double or triple.
Here's the next. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. After the game again, our Munganast Alton Toyota player of the game. This is the top of the 8th inning. Tap foul back to the screen here. Again, we have some softball coming up next week, Tuesday. CM at Wood River. Thursday, we'll have Southwestern and Roxana. But it will be softball next Thursday, Southwestern and Roxana. This one's down and in for a ball. 2-2 count now. Lawson, the number 3 hitter. For Coach Brian Hanslow, coaching down at third base. Pitch. Hit to the right side, first baseman over. Martz going over to cover, and out there, first base to the pitcher. 2 down.
Just like you practice it, that PFP, I mean, you're supposed to work on every day, and that was really nicely done. A good play by Wood over there, and Marcy covering the base.
So there's 2 down now, and that'll bring in Eric Byer, junior third baseman, his 4th at bat against Martz. And he's 0 for 3, reached on an error when he hit one off the first baseman a couple of innings ago. That was in the 4th inning. Inside, hit by a pitch. Comes inside, and a 2-out hit by pitch. Coach Nathan Smay thinking he was hanging over the plate there and leaned into it.
Yeah, coach is trying to say that batter's got to make an effort to get out of the way, but that was one of those cases there. The kid didn't have much of a choice. It was far enough inside. I mentioned earlier I didn't think Roxana coaches were calling pitches for the game, but I guess it's in the contract when Nelly pitches. Big brother over there is calling pitches now. All of a sudden, I just noticed that Hargrave started looking over late in the game, so I don't know if he just arrived or what. Maybe got the call at work that it's going extra innings. Better come and call the game for him.
That's right. 2-2 in the 8th inning. Time to get serious here. Martz against Cody Roberts. Roberts is 1 for 3, a base hit to right field. And now we're ready to go again. Martz looks in, gets the sign against the left-handed batter, the first baseman. Here's the pitch. Swing and a fly ball deep to right. Right fielder going back, fighting the sun and the wind, and he can't get it. It's at the base of the fence. And the runner is going to score with 2 outs as he golfed that one to straightaway right, and it just kept going and going on the right fielder Reardon all the way to the fence.
Yeah, I mean, kid hit it hard, definitely hit it in deep part of the park, but, outfielder's got to go back and find the fence and then find the ball. In that case there, he just continued to drift. And I thought maybe the ball was going to go out of the park the way he approached it, but, tough ball, especially a day like today. But Logan, I think if he have it over again, I think he catches that one.
Yeah, he just kept going, and you knew that there was trouble there because the ball just kept carrying and way deep to straightaway right field off the left-hander's bat, and Roberts has 2 hits now. We mentioned he's had a little trouble at first base, but he might have the game-winning RBI with that double there.
Yes.
3-2, Southwestern with their first lead of the game. It comes in the 8th inning. And now it's Andrew Fry, the pitch, in the dirt for a ball.
Tell you, Southwestern hitters, though, they stayed with the plan. I mean, they're not trying to do too much or doing what they're supposed to do. I haven't seen a whole lot of panic, and give them credit. So a lot of poise hanging in there.
And those lefties like it down and in, and Roberts got one that looked like down and in, and he just golfed it to straightaway right, deep right field. Here's a strike on the outside corner. Cody Roberts, a junior, 2 for 4 with an RBI now. Fry has an RBI double as they look for some insurance now as there's 2 outs and pitch high for a ball. And it all started with that hit by pitch, then the double.
That's what we talked about. No free passes. Games like this, that's what gets you in a bind. And here we are.
Martz looks in, the stretch, and the pitch. Way inside for a ball. And he walks Fry, 2 on, 2 out. And so that'll leave it up to Jimmy Naylor. Well, he's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. So maybe they were pitching around Fry there. Who knows?
Possible. This kid he's had trouble all day long catching up the fastball.
Cannot make a mistake here with 2 on, 2 out, and it's a wild pitch.
Might score him.
Yeah, they make the big turn at third, but they'll stay there. Second and third now, 2 down, and Not the fastball, but instead throwing a breaking ball in the dirt, and the catcher couldn't get it.
No, all this real estate back here, I mean, if he was, Coach Hansel, a little more aggressive, he might go back and do that again. He might have sent him because it's been a close play. It would have been interesting.
Especially when you already have the lead, take a chance. But second and third, 2 on, 2 out. Ball 1 to Naylor, first base open now. The pitch. High for a ball. Well, if the score holds, these two teams will be tied, each at 2-1 in the SCC. Here's the pitch again from Martz. It's high again, and maybe getting a little tired, not sure.
He is. You know, you can see the last couple innings, the ball's getting higher and higher, and definitely not the same kind of pop. I know Coach May's at the fringe of the dugout there, and he sees the same thing.
Here's the stretch and the pitch, and this fastball is a strike, so it's 3-1. 7-hitter, senior, Jimmy Naylor, the left fielder. Here comes another. Swing and a miss. Big cut, 3-2.
And everybody's looking around for, you know, if he does lose this hitter, I mean, I say he finishes the game. I mean, there's really nobody else out there, I think, that you can bring him in this situation and be effective.
The pitch. Tap to third. Levi Wallace gets a big hop, and he throws the first for the out. Cody Roberts, though, with his 10th RBI of the year to give the Piasa Birds a lead now, 3-2, as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning in Roxana. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Roper's Regal Beagle, located on Godfrey Road, is the Metro East premier sports bar and grill. Open Sunday through Thursday till 2 a.m. and Fridays and Saturdays till 3 a.m. At Roper's Regal Beagle, you will enjoy some of the area's best pizza from their wood-fired pizza oven. There's also a full kitchen offering a huge variety, as well as a soup and salad bar. Sports fans, Roper's Regal Beagle is the place to watch the game. 27 TVs, NFL ticket, Big Ten, Pac-12, and streaming local high school sports.
Martz to the plate here, and now the Shells need a run to keep the game going, 2 to win the game. It's 3-2. Southwestern on top here as we play in the extra inning, the 8th inning. Here's a ground ball to the right side, and it's going to get through. It finds its way through the right side. Vandiver with a single.
We got something going on here.
As the runner collided with the first baseman, Roberts. And
I think Vandiver kid's pleading his case that the first baseman was in his way, but I think the umpire's just trying to make sure cooler hits prevail here in this situation.
Yep. The first hit for Vandiver on the day. He's now 1 for 4. And a ball low here to Levi Wallace.
That was close. It was right at the knees.
Both pitchers have gone the whole way. Spencer Heineman throws low for a ball. Nelson Martz will be next.
I'm sure Wallace is sitting dead red here. If he's not, it'd be crazy.
3-2 Southwestern. Here's a bunt with a runner going. A bunt and run maybe, or something there. Or trying to bunt for a hit on a stolen base or something.
Yeah, I'd like to think that maybe he did that on his own. It wasn't called by the coach because it makes no sense. You got 2-0 count. Your best hitter at the plate. You got a kid with good wheels. You do run a hit and run in that situation, but that didn't make a whole lot of sense.
He had that base stolen, too. He had a great jump against the lefty, and he's going again. Here's a tap to third. Third baseman will take a look at second, throw over to first for the out. As good as a bunt there, but it's a runner at second, 1 down.
Yeah, that thing was botched from the beginning. I still baffled what was taking place there. I mean, kid can steal second, you know, and then you want to bunt him over at third with 1 out, and you got your best hitter at the plate now. But here we go. We got 1 out, extra innings, and he's going to have to earn it.
Well, they could pitch around him now with first base open.
Absolutely.
We'll see how they work Nelson Martz in a 3-2 game, 8th inning. This one is high for a ball.
Yeah, if they're going to pitch around him, I like to see him just walk him, instead of trying to fish. High school kids make mistakes when you put them in this situation.
Here's a pitch for a ball. 1 on, 1 out. Shells have the tying run at second base. Here's the pitch from Heidemann, and it is a strike call to Martz.
I don't think they're pitching around him. I mean, based off what I'm seeing here, they're just going after him.
3-2 ball game, and the pitch, it's a ground ball through the left side. It's a base hit, and they'll try to tie the game, and they will. The left fielder can't pick it up. Now he does to second base. Safe there. And Martz drives in the run, and we're 3-3 in the 8th inning.
On both ends, just questionable coaching. You got the best hitter at the plate, first base open, and bottom of the lineup coming for Roxana, and Coach Hansel elects to pitch to him. And Martz has done all the damage today. It looks like he's did something to maybe his elbow or something out there. I don't know if he's bleeding, but Coach May's out there looking at it right now.
It has an awkward slide, almost like he tumbled to the ground and somehow made it in there to second base. And on the throw to second base, he gets under the tag. And a runner at second base, and there's still only 1 out in the inning. Martz, with a base hit to left, is 3 for 4 in the game now.
Yeah, big time hit coming through. Done it different ways today too. Down the line in the hole there. Gapper, left center field gap earlier.
3-3, 8th inning, and here's a strike as Logan Reardon takes it there.
Logan had to hit his last at bat, I believe.
And a strike here. A walk, a hit, a strikeout.
Okay.
So he does have a hit. Been on base twice today, and the right-handed batter waits. Swing and a miss, and fooled there on a big curveball, strike 3. So 2 outs, and that'll bring in Matt Hargrave, who's 0 for 3.
Yeah, Coach Hansel wishes he had that last at bat back, after that.
Martz drives in his 14th run of the year, swing and a miss. Hargrave.
Roxana hitters are, nobody's batting above 200 when you get past Logan.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a foul, back it out of play. Strike 2. Well, it started with a hit. Vandiver, a base hit to right. Wallace with a ground out, sent him to second base, and then Martz drove him in. Pitch low for a ball.
Nice shot by Matt. That was tough to lay off. That was right low and outside.
Here's the next. Swing and a line drive into right field. Right fielder there. It will carry out to Fry, who will make the grab. And each team with a run in the 8th inning. 3-3. Now we'll go to the 9th inning. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
In today's economy, everyone's looking for an encouraging sign. That's exactly what you'll find right here at my State Farm office in Bethalto. I'm Tom Lane, and for 86 years, State Farm agents like me have been helping you protect the things that matter most. That's why more people trust State Farm, and why we consider that a very good sign.
Call Tom Lane State Farm office in Bethalto at 377-8912 or go to tomlaneagency.net.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
On to the 9th inning now as each team scored a run in the 8th, so another extra inning here at Roxana Park. Mark Briggs and Brent Birkland with you, and the number 8 hitter, Zach Seymour, will lead things off. He's 0 for 3 against Martz, but now, after 8 innings, Martz will leave the game, at least leave the mound. He goes over to first base because now we have Logan Reardon in the game, and there's a bunt foul to start the 9th inning.
Already looking to test a new third baseman they just brought in. Wood has moved from first to third, and Wallace is out in center field. Now some position changes, and he's trying to lay down a bunt there right away.
And we'll tell you that Reardon is 2-2 on the year with a 2.70 ERA. Here's a foul ball first base side, and it's quickly 0-2 to Seymour against the new pitcher. Martz is now at first. Wood again over at third. We still have Foss at short, Skiff at second. Martz is now at first base. Low and away. Out and left, it's still Palin. Wallace is in center. Vandiver in right field.
Similar pitching style to Martz as Reardon. They both rely on the fastball, throw hard.
Ground ball first base side, and Martz has it go through his legs. Second baseman will scoop it up, but no throw. Seymour is going to be on, and Martz with a bobble there.
Tough hop though. I mean, it was one of those balls that kind of in between. It came up on him, and tough way to break in right after it's come off the mound right away. Gets tested.
And now Wood comes way in at third, expecting the number 9 hitter to bunt, Adam Keene. Throw over to first and the runner back. So leadoff runner on for the Piasa Birds here, top of the 9th inning. Southwestern will play a couple of games tomorrow. Roxana's off, but Southwestern's going to Greenville. Here's a bunt. Good bunt in front of the plate. Throw to first. Out there. Martz stays to cover. And good play all the way around. What a bunt. And a good play by the catcher to throw him out.
Yeah, great play by the catcher. Wood, I don't know if he comes up with that play or not. Outstanding bunt, though. Outstanding bunt. Did a nice job.
Dead in that one, right in front of home plate. Maybe halfway out to the mound before it was finished spinning. And here is Spencer Heineman. Takes ball 1.
Would have been a strike if he would have caught it. You know, it's one of those balls that umpire couldn't reward the pitcher because the catcher dropped it.
Swing and a foul. Off to the left and out of play. Well, you know how important this game is with Roxana using their 2 aces in the same ball game in an SCC battle.
Yeah, it's a must-win for both teams. 2 of the top teams in the league.
Martz first, and now Reardon, and here's a strike to Heineman. A little up, a little away, but strike call.
It is part of the blessing of the weather, too, having some rainouts. These guys are fresh. They haven't thrown a lot of innings yet this year, so you can do this.
Pitch, swing, and a foul. Reardon had the arm injury, came back earlier than I thought for basketball, too. He was back in decent shape.
He's a tough kid. Not many kids come through that kind of injury the way he did, as quick as he did.
Reardon bounces this one in, and Hargrave picked it clean back there. No bobble at all.
That was another tough play. Outstanding job there.
Keeps the runner at second base with 1 out. Top of the 9th inning. Heineman will dump one into short left. It's a base hit as it jammed him, and he still fought it off into short left for a base hit, first and third.
You know, we go back again to questioning some of the positioning on the field. Makes no sense again. You got a guy on second base. We have 1 out. I don't see where the hitter at the plate's going to be a threat to bunt. If he does bunt and bunts a guy over to third base, so what? There's 2 outs. You know, same situation as it would have been with him on second base. The Wood kid's playing way too far in. I think if he's playing normal position, he makes that play.
So now it's first and third. And now the catcher, Brendan Schiller, takes ball 1, low and away.
And now we got the third baseman for Roxana. He's holding the guy on third base, which is creating a monster hole over there in the left side of the field.
Schiller's 7 RBIs on the year. Swinging a ground ball, and it's off the bag, and it's fair. Down the line at third. A run scores. The other runner gets to third on a bad throw from the outfield, and everybody moves up second and third as that was right down the line and may have hit the bag, right over the bag. And Coach Nathan Smay saying maybe it was foul over there.
I don't know what he's talking about. I'm watching the whole play, and that was down the line, which again makes no sense. Is the third baseman Roxana is literally holding the guy on the bag. I mean, he stands on the bag like he's playing first base and hold him on, which then he hops off the bag, and then the ball's hit right to the bag, and he can't get back because his momentum's carrying back towards the pitcher's mound. So again, it just questionable positioning there on the third baseman's part.
Right down the line, and it gives Southwestern another lead in extra innings. 4-3, ninth inning. Left-handed batter Blake Lawson, and this one's a pass ball. Looked like it went right off the catcher's mitt. Not a wild pitch, I don't think. It was just missed by the catcher. A run scores.
Yeah, he dropped it. He had one like that the last at bat where it could have been a call to strike, but he dropped it. I think he's a little too nonchalant. He made some great plays today when he had to, but that was one that he needed.
2 runs in the inning. 5-3 our score now. And a runner at third, and 1 out. Pitch on the way. Swing and a miss. High fastball way up there. So now a 2-run lead for Southwestern. Nobody's had more than a 2-run lead today. Here's a line drive into center. Center fielder Wallace grabs it. Runner with a late tag as he had to go back to the bag, and now he is tagged out at home. So number 9, the catcher Brendan Schiller, was not tagging at first. He had to go back to the bag, and that took the time that Roxana needed for a double play at home plate.
Strong throw, though, by Mr. Wallace. He's got a great arm, so he did a nice job on that. Coach Hansel did the right thing, though, by, he's got a 2-run lead. You got nothing to lose on that.
And so 2 runs in the inning for Southwestern, and it's 5-3 now in the 9th inning. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th inning. Shells coming up, down by 2. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.
Red or black, silver or gold, new or used. At First Mid-America Credit Union, they know options are important to you. That's why they've made relationships with local dealerships where you'll receive all the extras with First Mid-America Credit Union's low rates and financing done on the spot. All you have to do is decide what you want. Your car, our loans, they're made for each other. www.1stmidamerica.org or call 618-258-3168 to speak to a representative.
Bottom of the 9th inning now. Extra innings continuing here in Roxana. Some late inning runs for both teams as Wood pops one near the third base bag and out at third. Byer grabs it in foul territory, and the bottom of the 9th inning starts like that.
Yeah, and that's been going on most of the game. As I sit here and watch the bottom half of our lineup hit, they're all going after the first pitch, which, I could see where that's a problem, especially these guys hitting in the 100 batting average range. They're not seeing enough pitches.
Heineman brings it in, and a strike called, and what a job he's done as he's still out there in his 9th inning of work. Battling through here. This one is popped up, short left, shortstop out, makes the catch. Lawson outruns the baseball, 2 down.
Good play. That's the way it's supposed to be done. Took a good angle, and, it's a shame because Roxana had their chances so far. Hopefully they can get it done, but they just too many mistakes at the wrong time.
2 outs, bottom of the 9th inning. Shells down to their last chance now. Jake Palin, the number 9 hitter. Lefty against lefty, ball 1, low and away.
Talk about it, though. Guts on this pitcher. Battling.
Got behind early, 2-0. 2 runs in the 2nd inning, and then didn't allow another run till the 8th inning. That tied us up at 3. And Palin tomahawks this one foul deep into right field.
It's just an example of a kid just throwing strikes. He's not doing a whole lot with his off speed. It's more fastballs. If he does change his speeds, it's rare, but he's kept the guys off balance for the most part.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Southwestern with a win in 9 innings here at Roxana today. Piasa Birds 5-3 over the Shells in 9 innings. You're listening to 1570 Radio Sports.